You're tuning in to What the FFF, a show inspired by the FabFitFun Community, where we talk to experts from our team, founders, and other really cool guests to talk about all things beauty, fashion, fitness, home, and wellness. I'm Angela. I'm the head of talent acquisition here at FabFitFun, and on today's episode, we have Kiana, the co-founder of Kopari, a FabFitFun favorite brand in this year's fall box. Let's get into it. Welcome, Kiana, and welcome back, everyone, to What the FFF. We also have our peanut gallery. We have Ellie, we have Steb, and we have a great conversation today speaking with one of the co-founders of Kopari, a FabFitFun favorite, one of our favorite brands from not only the FabFitFun team, but the community. And we're excited to have not one, but two products in our fall season and fall box. Welcome, Kiana.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Angela. Yeah, we're very excited to be here. We've been FabFitFun partners for a while now, and we have two of my personal favorite products coming soon. So I'm super excited as well.
Awesome. All right. Before we get into the products, we want to, get to know you a little bit more and the brand in case, people don't know. Tell us about, Kopari and how it got started, like long story short vibes of how it came about and even just like the name Kopari.
Yeah, totally. So we launched in 2015. So it's almost been coming on 10 years-ish.
Nice. Congratulations. That's a big deal.
Yeah. I know. It's crazy. It's like a whirlwind.
Yeah.
But when we launched, we were more of a coconut-based brand. I grew up in Hawaii, so everything's very tropical, paradise-driven. And I was actually in a natural culinary school, and I discovered coconut oil, through cooking. And then I've always used it in beauty, and I kind of had an aha moment. And I was like, this is it. It's coconut oil. It's so pure. It's so clean. I can use it for everything, head to toe. And that's kind of how the brand was first founded. Now it's so much more. We have so many amazing ingredients. You can really still see that paradise tropical vibe.
Yeah.
Natural has always been important to us. And in 2015, it wasn't what it is today. I think we were one of the first pioneers in that space, which is incredible. And it's great to see so many other brands catch on and evolve. So that's Kopari in a nutshell. The name, oh man, that was so hard to find a name because I feel like everything was trademarked, everything was taken. We wanted coconut, but it didn't quite work, which is great now because we're not like a solely coconut brand. But the name actually originally dates back to the first original extraction of coconut oil. It was Kopari. And it was kind of hard to spell, so we eliminated some letters. And then, of course, that's not trademarked. So there we go. And that's how it kind of came to be.
Wow. And like growing up, did you ever think you would be an entrepreneur of like having like your own company, products, or did that kind of like make sense in your journey?
I feel like I've always been a go-getter. My dad's an entrepreneur. He started the Chart House restaurant. He's a surfer. Wow. He did like, numerous things. So I was always pushed to kind of make my own and figure it out. And I've always had like so many jobs because I was never really given anything. So I think it was kind of in my works, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. I used to like make beauty products growing up in Hawaii with all these different tropical ingredients that were more like gook, like sticky gook you would actually want to use.
That sounds like a brand name.
It wasn't like my always like dream to launch a beauty brand or anything. I did know I wanted to launch a consumer product though eventually. So.
Yeah. And you had told me before we started the podcast that you have 3 girls and you have a son.
I know. Yeah. So I'm very pregnant.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you for being here. We're very appreciative of that. Has like the girls, like the eldest, or do they get into the products at all? Are they excited?
Definitely get
little
into
entrepreneurs
all the
even.
Products. My beauty area is like every time I look over there, one of them's in it, and I don't know, it's crazy. But they're all very girly and they're all very into beauty products. And it's funny, like a few months ago, well, maybe it was like 6 months ago, but my oldest, who's 6, I like go to my phone and I have a video on it, and she's like doing like a YouTube. Of
Nice.
Stop.
And she doesn't get this from me because that's not me. Like, that's not my person. And she's like, hashtag Kopari. I'm like, how do you even know what that means?
Yeah. First of all, like, can we get you like a contract? And second of all, like, could you get the camera this way? Like, oh my God, that's hilarious. Like, hashtag Kopari. Like,
I'm like, hashtag Kopari.
Like, they're little brand ambassadors, and they're very proud of their mom.
No, they love hearing about it. They love smelling everything. They love trying everything. So
amazing. So with Kopari, you know, just to give some shout outs, because some things that make it great, it is clean, vegan, cruelty-free, sulfate-free, paraben-free, and sustainable. So like, as we talked about, I feel like you guys were really a trailblazer in a lot of those things. And now it's like a little bit more common. Brands are trying to catch up. Like, oh yeah, like we're this too. And I feel like a lot of people like, you know, talk the talk. And it's just like more trendy to be like, oh yeah, like we're sustainable or we're a quote unquote clean brand. But like a lot of times people might not even realize what that means or know that there's so much that goes into that. You know, for you know, why have these aspects been important to like building like a brand and the products like that you see at Kopari?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was always part of our brand DNA. So when we launched the brand, it was super important to us just because I know, you know, how much of that stuff you put on your body is absorbed into your bloodstream. So for me, it was important. And at the time when we launched, clean beauty was more of like that granola beauty you would find in the natural food
like
stores. It wasn't what it is today. Yeah. So it's just super important that you feel safe and consumers feel safe knowing what they put on their skin. Like, it's not really regulated so much here in the United States. I don't know, you know, the current number, but there was only like 12 ingredients banned in skincare, and it's not regulated at all. So it's like, there's so many things you probably don't want to be putting on your skin that are getting absorbed. And then sustainable is of course important too, because, you know, for future generations, like eco-friendly packaging, you know, having the right ingredient sourcing and all that is also important too. So it's great to see other brands catching on, and, you know, some may be authentic in that, some may just be on the bandwagon, but either way, I think it's all doing better for the consumer and the environment.
Exactly. And I feel like, you know, it's so much more than a trend. And I think like the more education and conversations like this, the better to help like really discuss like the why and just like the really great aspects of like looking for those like clean products and clean ingredients.
And we're constantly evolving and adding to our no-no list. We have over 3,000 ingredients we don't, you know, include in our products. Our sustainability efforts are kind of ongoing, and, you know, as we learn, we try to evolve too. But, you know, Kopari is more than just like clean beauty at this point. I think it's like you have to have more than that. So we're constantly kind of like redefining who we are. So having more than just clean products is important for us. We want like luxurious spa-like formulas that kind of transport you to that paradise state of like vacay, if you will.
Yeah, and like I feel that feels like vacation vibes, also self-care. And
you want to feel good like putting it on, and you want that, you know.
And I think it's so awesome too, because like you said, it's more than just beauty, and I feel like this is like a great segue into the products, that it's also, you know, body care, skin care. You know, it's not just like, you know,
we
lip
have
gloss.
so many categories now. I mean, when we started as a coconut brand, it was like, you know, my whole idea was like, okay, it's coconut oil, so multitasking. I used it for everything, like head to toe.
We were just talking about oil pulling with coconut oil.
Yeah, we had oil pulling pucks for a while.
Oh, wow.
So it was kind of like, what can coconut oil do? Like, we'll create these products. And, you know, that initially is what led us cross-category. And back in 2015, like, you were a skincare brand or you were a body care brand. Like, you couldn't really do it all.
Yeah.
And we, you know, we're kept being told that from retailers. Like, I think it was like more of a merchandising thing because of the buyers. But they're like, you can't be in every category. And we're like, but this is who we are. And we kind of stuck to it. And it's worked out for us because we have body care, we have skin care, we have sun care, we have personal care, and all of our categories are really booming.
Oh, wow.
Especially our sun care. So.
I mean, first of all, get you a product and brand that can do it all, because I think that's so important that if you find a product and brand that you trust, like why wouldn't you want to go across category of like, oh, I know that I really love their skincare. Like, yeah, like I would want to go into more of like the body oil and try their SPF, try their other things because I do trust the brand.
Totally. Yeah.
And it's like also cohesive with like the products that you use. Yeah. Okay, so it's, not every season that we have a brand that has like more than one product in it. So not to say you guys are special, but you're pretty special. And, a brand cult favorite. Like we get so much feedback and data from our members of like the brands and products that they love and want to see back. So I feel like that's such a testament to you and the brand and like the quality of products that you have. So let's like talk about both of these. So I'll go with like the first one, the Moisture Whipped Ceramide Cream. And to give the product description for our members, clinically proven 72 hours of hydration, restores, strengthens skin barrier, and powered by vegan ceramides and hyaluronic acid. All right, so like diving right in, this is like so luxurious. I've been using it, testing it out, love it. With that, like, for people that might not be really ingrained in skincare, like what are the benefits of like vegan ceramides and hyaluronic acid?
What is a ceramide?
And like what is it? Yeah.
So this product in general really helps protect your skin barrier, which is your outermost layer of your skin. So ceramides really kind of help to not let any of like the environment, like any stressors in, and it also keeps moisture in. So any sort of, like sun overexposure to sun, environmental stressors, like overexfoliation, that really affects your skin barrier. And that ceramides are really providing like that protective layer and moisturizing. So ceramides are incredible. This product I love. I use it every day, morning, night. It's so good. And then, of course, hyaluronic acid is super hydrating, super moisturizing, leaves that skin nice and plump. And the texture on this product is incredible. It's amazing.
Like Steph, Ellie, you guys have tried it. Like,
we're putting it on.
Yeah.
It's
it like
so
melts
light
into your skin instantly. Yeah. It's not too heavy. It's not too light. Even though it is for like those dry winter months for dehydrated skin, it doesn't feel like so thick and so heavy.
Or greasy.
Yeah. It's just like, I mean, honestly, like this is like my favorite product. It's like the texture is like incredible.
It is a dream. I also like love like the blue color as well. Like I feel like that's like going to be really cute on the shelf. And I feel this season, we've talked to a lot of brands and like products that are going to be in the boxes and learning so much about how environmental stressors can like, I had no idea. Like, and I feel pretty dialed in and just like learning so much about like with skincare and beauty and hair that our environment can really play a big part into aging and just also
like redness, inflammation,
everything.
A lot of, issues that people have on their skin. So protecting that outer layer is super important. And really kind of like locking that moisture into the skin is also important.
So with that, because I feel like a tip that I've learned on TikTok, who knows if it's right? I just trust anyone that comes across my
Anything
feed.
you learn on the internet is true.
It's true.
Exactly. But with hyaluronic acid, is that something that your skin should be like damp to put it on?
Yes. I think it's definitely helpful to kind of like lock that moisture in.
To lock it in,
when it's damp. Okay. I wouldn't say like wet, but like that lightly damp.
Yeah.
So right after cleansing.
Exactly. Cleanse, tone, and like you could even have it like a little bit damp and just kind of rub it in morning and night.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a dumb question.
Yeah. Never a dumb question. I feel like there will be someone out there who also is wondering.
Oh, sorry if I offended anybody with this question. Are you able to use this moisturizer on your face?
It's a face moisturizer.
Oh, it is a face moisturizer. Can you use a face moisturizer not on your face?
On your body? Sure. My husband does it all the time. I have like my products and he's like using them all over his body and he's like 6'5". I'm like, do you really need to do that? It's like the biggest pet peeve ever, especially the face moisturizer on the body, like because it's more expensive. He thinks it's better. And I'm like, oh my God, you're driving me nuts.
Yeah. Well, so a lot of people think like for like the quality and the price, since it is like premium, that would be a lot for the like while you can, it's just like you probably want to fix.
So you can do it. It's just more expensive.
If I'm on a trip, I put it all over my body. I only have one. Like I can't bring my big one, and it's just So I definitely do, and it's great. It's very nice.
So get one for your face and get one for your body.
There
you go.
With the skin barrier, like how would someone, like you feel like you could easily tell if that's like been disrupted, like to help like repair it, that is something like redness, or I feel like there has been this big push of like, oh, make sure you're, exfoliating or using retinol or like the acids that sometimes you can do it too much.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think sometimes people overdo it. So over exfoliation, especially if it's like those harsh scrubbies. A lot of that ends up being more irritating, especially to that barrier, right? So then when you apply something like a ceramide, it's repairing the barrier and that like surface layer of your skin. So, you'll see like a lot of redness, people with sensitive skin. This product is like perfect for that.
Amazing. I know you said in terms of sequence, you should cleanse, then tone, and then, use this. If someone was using a serum, is that something you would put on before or after you think of moisturizer?
I put on before.
Okay. Good to know. And with moisture, I feel like I have my moisturizers.
And then I put sunscreen after.
Oh, okay. See, that's good to know too. Because sometimes, actually, I have wondered that of like if you should put on your sunscreen before or after. So that's good to know. That's helpful.
Last step.
You have a question?
No, I was just saying that's the last step, I guess.
Yeah. Good to know. I feel like I have so many moisturizers, some that are good for the morning, nighttime, some that are good for like when you're feeling more dry or every day.
Yeah, this one's a really good just year-round, everyday
That's what we
moisturizer.
need.
I have also so many because I'm always testing product. I do so for Kopari, I do a lot of the product development. And I'm testing a lot of things. I have a lot of things. But, like, this is one product I really just don't switch up too much because I love it.
Yeah. And that's good, too, to, like, just the simplicity.
Yeah, in the summer when it's hot, it's perfect. Like, it doesn't feel too heavy. And in the winter, it also works really well.
That's my biggest pet peeve. I tell my wife this. I'm like, I just don't like things on my face. So if I was going to put moisturizer on, it'd have to be super lightweight.
Yeah,
I feel
it is lightweight, but it still has that like intense hydration.
Yeah, that I feel like it absorbs like really nicely.
Yeah, it literally absorbs. And I think that for me is important because when I test the products, I cannot stand when they're like you're rubbing and you're rubbing and you're rubbing and it's like moving around like you can see.
Yes,
it's kind of hydrated. Your skin feels plump. It feels like it just like had a nice drink of water.
Yeah. I feel like we're on QVC.
Yeah. But it does. It really is nice. I'm like,
and it's like a very nice like hand cream as well.
It's perfect.
So nice and fresh.
But it's expensive if you use it as hand cream, okay?
Okay. All right. The student became the teacher. Well, I'm really excited. I know like our members are going to be really pumped to have this, especially for, this is for our fall box, just going into the winter season for some of our, I've lived in LA now for almost 15 years. I'm originally from New York. And so when I do go back for the holidays or other, times that I forget that with like different climates that you do need to change out certain things. I'm like, ooh, like my skin is feeling like drier. So this will be perfect for any of our cooler climate people as well. Like we said, not one. We got 2 products, and I know our members are going to love this body oil.
So fun.
I feel like this isn't your... What body oil do you see with 24 karat gold flakes?
Jeez, man. No. How much can I resell this thing for?
They're not cheap, let me tell you.
So this
we
is
went back
gorgeous.
and forth on like how many flakes. We literally how many, but we're like, too many flakes, it's too expensive.
So this
how
is
many
very
flakes are in there?
luxurious. So to describe it, the intensely rich yet fast absorbing, very important, formula features hyaluronic acid, 24 karat gold, and antioxidants, so skin is left soft and smooth with an irresistible glow. It is gorgeous.
Very true.
So we just learned about hyaluronic acid, obviously for our face. It helps like lock everything in and make it, soft and supple, all of that. So with this, I heard it has like is it microspheric?
Microsphere.
Microsphere. Got it. We learn something new every day. That's why we have this podcast. How is that different from like the hyaluronic acid that's in the moisturizer? Or is there a difference?
So no, there's a difference. So microsphere hyaluronic acid, it's the molecule smaller, so it really absorbs into your skin for long-lasting hydration. Another great benefit for the microsphere hyaluronic acid is that it's oil soluble, where most hyaluronic acid is water soluble. So you couldn't actually have it in a body oil. So you never really see body oils with hyaluronic acid because it's very hard to do.
But not with hashtag Kopari.
It took a long time to get this right and formulate it right. But yeah, so that's kind of the benefit for the microsphere hyaluronic acid, and it provides that long-lasting hydration too, and skin firmness and plumping. So that's all very important.
Well, I feel like that's probably what's so cool about having a brand and like building products. It's just like, hey, like I really need something like this, and I don't see it in the market right now. So like, let's do it.
Yeah. Some things are easier to do than others, but yes, that's true.
Okay, so with the body oil, the 24 karat gold leaves, like what are, like, obviously it's pretty, it's luxurious, but what are the benefits of that? Is it for show or?
I mean, it's definitely visual, so I think people go crazy over that, but they actually are anti-inflammatory, so that's like a really nice added benefit as well.
It's huge.
And they just melt into your skin, so I think one of the questions we hear is like, does it leave you like glowy or shimmery or anything like that? And they literally just kind of like melt into the skin. They provide that anti-inflammatory benefit, which is great.
That's huge.
And they look good.
Yeah, and they look
And
good.
it's 24 karat gold. Who doesn't like that?
Yeah. Also Bruno Mars. Loves it. Yeah.
Try not to sing that out loud.
Very important.
Yes.
We should send him some.
Right? I feel like he would like it. But I think that's like a great like benefit. And I felt too, I was like, oh, I wonder for our members if they would think like it's like shimmery or sparkly. But I feel like,
you get a really beautiful glowing hydration from the body oil itself. And, like in this descriptor, it's really not greasy, which a lot of them, like I feel like they sit on the surface of skin. It feels like too heavy or something. But this one is like beautiful because it's not like a dry oil where it feels dry or, some dry oils. I'm like, it doesn't even feel like it almost sits on my surface of my skin.
That happens.
But this one, like my skin just drinks it in. And I always like to say using oil on damp skin, kind of like, the hyaluronic acid and the face cream we just talked about. When you have your skin damp, like freshly out of the shower, I just use it all over, and it really just drinks it up and helps with that like oily feel, and it just, helps with the absorption overall.
Yeah, and I feel like you could also use it like maybe after the pool as well. Like, if you're fresh out of the pool, like, oh, I need my Kopari, need the gold oil.
It also has a really nice scent to it too.
Yeah, the scent is beautiful. It has this kind of
it smells expensive.
Yeah, it does. It smells good. It has like a vanilla, musky, light jasmine scent to it, with almost like a sugary finish.
Yes, but like still like very
not
like
too
not too
strong.
overwhelming.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not that strong at all.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
light.
So lightly.
It smells like luxurious, like a high-end version of all like that.
Do we need to shake the bottle for the gold leaves to be effective?
I would shake it.
Okay.
Otherwise, they kind of like.
I was asking for Steph, not for myself.
It kind of reminds me of like a lava lamp or like a snow globe.
I know this is like also like you love products that are beneficial, but you also like love products that are pretty. That are look nice.
I mean, this product has been one of our best sellers since we launched it. We can barely keep it in stock.
So our members are lucky.
Yeah.
So if they find this when they're customizing their box, they should jump on it.
I just heard it's the third best-selling body oil on the market today.
Wow.
And it
Let's
should
harmonize.
be the first 'cause it's so good.
Well, after FabFitFun, it will be. Like,
Yeah.
I believe in the power and impact of FabFitFun. That's like amazing. That's so congratulations.
Thank you.
Also have to point out, because I feel people would like to know, that there's, besides the 24 karat gold leaves, there's a lot of other ultra nourishing ingredients, sunflower, shea, and coconut oils. Amazing.
So, and it also has squalene, which is great. It's like a great reparative ingredient.
Oh.
So very nourishing, ultra hydrating, moisturizing, reparative as well.
So after someone puts on an oil like this, do you have like should you layer with like a lotion as well, or like are we good with that?
So my oil favorite thing to do is
I feel like we're getting the inside
either
scoop.
damp skin out of the shower, or I mix this with our body butter or any body lotion you may have. It's just like you have to do it because I can't even explain like how much better it is, but it really makes like such a difference.
Okay, so I feel like that's like a good piece of advice that we're walking away with, that you should do both. Because I feel like sometimes,
I mean, it's great on its own, but
yeah,
I love it when my skin's damp out of the shower. It just cuts the greasy feeling, and then also just locks in that hydration. And then also when you mix it with like the body butter, it just like absorbs instantly.
And I love a 2-for-1 because, for girls, when we do that everything shower, like if you know, that I'm like, I have to do, do the oil, and then now I have to like wait and do the lotion. Like that's like a lot. So like mixing it together, that's amazing.
I like easy. I mean, maybe it sounds more complicated, but it's really
not.
No,
like it's nice to do like the 2-in-1.
All over and you're done.
Easy.
Has your routine switched up? Like, because I know my wife, when she was pregnant, she was putting a lot of moisturizer on her stomach.
I mean, I'm like a moisturizer like person. Like it's just my thing. Like, but I don't have any stretch marks at all. Like everyone's like, how do you not have any stretch marks? But I definitely like damp skin. I moisturize, and it seems good. But I don't have like a 20-step routine or anything like crazy. Like I'm like a go person, so I don't have time for all that. But this is like we have, at Kopari now we have so many products, and like these two are both like in my routine always. So,
any other products that you say like our members are getting introduced to this, like they're going to the Kopari website, they're getting something else, anything that you would recommend as like a best-selling product or a product that would pair nicely with either of these?
I mean, the body butter with the body oil is very nice, especially coming into those like dry winter months. Our sun care has been like fan favorite. We just launched this, it's called our Sun Glaze Body Mist. So it's it like looks incredible. It has like this beautiful like swirling effect, but it's a non-aerosol spray in this like cool sprayer. And it just feels so lightweight and easy to use. That's like been my favorite. As of lately, people love our Sun Shield SPF. It's like more of like an oil SPF. That's been amazing. I mean, I definitely have a lot of favorites. But honestly, I love these two, especially the body oil is like, I can't live without the body oil.
Yeah, and for that to be such like a cult classic already, I think that's like one of my favorite benefits of FabFitFun, that if you were maybe to go to a store, it could always be sold out, or you don't have to worry about that with, FabFitFun. Like, you could have the opportunity to get these like really great things that are on trend and that people want. And so what a great option.
Locking up that inventory.
Like, excuse us coming through, like for our members. Like, okay. So as like we're wrapping up, time flies when you're having FabFitFun. My corny
Nice. I see what
joke.
You did there.
Yeah. Okay, imagine you're sitting next to our members shopping with them. They're customizing their fall boxes. Like, any remaining thoughts for the brand or either product on why our members, like as they're making their boxes, why they should choose Kopari?
I mean, I think knowing that you're putting good things on your skin is super helpful. I mean, honestly, like the body oil is just so incredible. I would definitely give it a try. I don't think you're going to go wrong. If you do find it a little bit, if you're not like used to body oils, I would cut it with, like I said, moisturizer so it really absorbs. Try it with, damp skin. But, everybody loves the scents of our products, and I feel like that's like a big winner, and I think people say it like transports them to paradise. So they have that moment. I know my house is crazy, and when I take a shower, I'm like have that time for myself. So I think Kopari kind of gives you that vibe.
I feel like especially in like this stage of life, like for like pregnant women, like they like need that like
it's like
escape.
The only time I ever have any peace, I'm like locked in there. I like just turn the shower on.
Like where's mom? Like paradise.
My husband doesn't bug me. He like follows me around, and I was just talking to my girlfriend on the way up here. Like how you need a few minutes and like the husband's like just like lurks around like close by or something. Like,
Do you do that?
No, I don't do that at all.
Yeah. Hilarious. And then your best, as like, you know, a last thing, your best skin or body care advice, or maybe even like a myth buster that you'd want to leave our listeners with that you've learned along the way.
Sometimes less is more. I feel like
That's
people
great
have gotten
advice.
so caught up with these like, you know, crazy routines, or they see all these
Steps,
things, you know,
like,
on TikTok or trending. But I mean, I don't know. I like simplicity. I mean, we have a good amount of products, but
and look how beautiful her skin is.
Like amazing.
Yeah.
You're
And
glowing.
hydration is important. So it's like drinking a lot of water, hydrating your skin. I think
Don't mind if
all
I
of
do.
that is very important. And, you know, it's not complicated. It's like easy.
Yeah, no, I feel like in like a world of people trying to like make a name or stand out, there is a lot of just like riffraff of like a lot of stuff and a lot of steps.
And it's like confusing. I think a lot of times the consumer gets confused, especially if they're not like a super beauty junkie. You know?
Yeah.
So.
Even as a beauty junkie, I'm like, I'm confused. Like,
Yeah.
the skin barrier. Tell me
Or
more.
it's like, what are the steps? Or, you know,
Yeah.
it's like, what order? Like, how do you still,
Exactly.
like, how do I still not
AM
know
and
what
PM.
order it is?
Like,
it's like,
all the stuff. But like, that's why we have like experts like
and
you
I
with
try
us.
things. Like, I do try a lot of things, but sometimes it just ends up being like more irritating, you know, to your skin.
Yeah.
And you're like adding in new things and all of that. It's like, I need to just like simplify it.
Well, I would have to say we at FabFitFun are very lucky. Our members are very lucky to have you with us to tell us more about Kopari and these two amazing products and the opportunity to choose one, both. You know, I would get both.
Yeah. In my cart now.
Yeah, like add to cart. So thank you so much
Yeah, of
for
course.
joining us. And, you know, tell our members and our listeners where they can follow Kopari.
Yeah.
Hashtag Kopari, excuse me.
Hashtag Kopari.
Yeah.
You can follow Kopari at koparibeauty.com. And then, of course, like at Kopari is all of our social handles.
Amazing. Well, thank you for joining us. And hopefully our members, if you like what you saw here today, you know, comment, choose Kopari. Tell us if you would like to see us.
Yeah.
see
We love
Kopari.
feedback, any sort of feedback on products. We like hearing it.
Amazing. Well, comment below, subscribe to FabFitFun, follow Kopari, follow FabFitFun. And yeah, we will see you next time.
Awesome. Thank
Thank
you.
you.